Good morning, friends, and welcome to what I know is going to be a fantastic Friday. We're here once again with Mr. C to talk about driving our emotions. Last time we got together, we were talking about how each of the different zones has a different level of energy, but also a different list of feelings that we may have when we're in that zone. So just as a review, real quickly, let's focus today again one more time just on the level of energy as opposed to the feelings for one last time, because today we're going to get to be scientists of sorts, and we're going to do a little bit of experimentation, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But again, remember that each of the 4 different zones refer to a level of energy that we have inside, and also a list of feelings that we might have. So the blue zone, again, is that really low energy level zone. We're feeling kind of down, we're feeling kind of sluggish, we're feeling low and not ourselves. We're not our best self. The green zone is that A-okay, alright feeling zone. This is me, this is my best self zone. I'm ready to go, this is who I am. When we start to go into the yellow zone, we're starting to lose a little bit of our self-control. We're feeling kind of elevated or escalated or a little bit higher energy, typically. And then the red zone is when we're completely out of control. We're not ourselves at all. We're not thinking like we typically would. We're not acting like we would. Sometimes we're not able to think at all. So again, 4 different zones. It's really important to be able to tell that energy level because, as we mentioned in the previous video or previous lesson together, it's part of our responsibility to help us, or help ourselves, I guess, to get back to this green zone. When we're feeling kind of out of sorts, we can do things to purposely get back to being ourselves. Now, of course, as kids, it's not all our responsibility. Our family can be there to help and support us. Our friends can be there to help and support us. However, we have to make the decision that we're going to do something that gets us back to where we need to be, which is our best self, that green zone. And that's going to be the focus of what we're going to learn today, is how or what do we do to get ourselves back to that green zone. And to help us learn and start experimenting with that, I want to refer back to something that you've probably been doing for the past 3 or 4 weeks already, and that's my Monday morning check-ins. You probably have noticed on the Monday morning check-in, I ask you to kind of identify a zone that you might be in, and then name the feelings that you're having or that you have that's in that zone. And then the 3rd question asks you, what are you going to do? Or maybe it's the 4th question. What are you going to do to help yourself today, to get you back to being your best self? And that's the focus. What are you going to do? If you're in the blue zone or you're in the red zone, you just sit back and take it and let it control you. It will, but you have to take control over it. What are you going to choose to do to get you back? Now, this is the tricky part, because in general, activities that are high in energy or that produce lots of energy, require lots of energy, can be kind of energizing. Like, for example, maybe running or dancing or singing. Those can be activities, or generally would be activities that would elevate you. Meaning, if you were down here in the blue zone and you ran or danced or sang, it would elevate you and bring you up to the green. Likewise, activities that are calming and low and slow, like maybe taking a nap or reading a book, watching the clouds, those would be calming, right? Require less energy, you would think would bring you down. And in general, that might be the case. However, each individual is different, and we all respond differently to each of those different activities. So that's where the experimentation comes in. Your job today is to be a scientist, or maybe over the weekend or the next week is to be a scientist. And I'm going to ask you to start to experiment with and identify activities and how they make you feel, how you react to them. so you can start creating your very own menu of what we call coping strategies or coping skills to help take control over your emotions. So this is how we're going to do it. What I'm going to ask you to do is on Monday, when I send out my Monday morning check-in, I want you to look at that list of different coping strategies or tools to help you calm down, and I want you to select 5 different activities. So I'll show you on my computer right now what that list looks like. There we are. So those are those different tools. Things like talk to a friend, draw a picture, listen to music, stretching or dancing, eating healthy, running, jumping jacks, helping someone, taking deep breaths, or other. You can come up with your very own different activities as well. But this is your assignment. What I want you to do is I want you to come up with 2 different activities. That's 2. That would be energizing or high energy activities. And I want you to come up with 2 activities that would be calming activities, things that require little energy or they relax the body. And then one other just wild card, meaning it can be an escalator or a calmer. It's completely up to you. So 5 total activities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay? And I want you to write those activities down on a chart or piece of paper or some sort. I'll show you how I did mine. And this is how you're going to experiment. So, for example, this is the chart that I came up with where it says activity at the top. And then I'm going to list my different activities. And then we're going to do a start and a finish. So, let's say, for example, one of my activities is to run. So I'm going to write run down there. Now that's an activity that requires a lot of energy. That's called an escalator, right? It creates energy inside my body. I'm going to put down for number 2, to D, dance. Again, escalator, energizer, lots of energy. Now I need 2 that are going to be calming for me, relaxing. I think I'm going to write down. We have a hot tub here at my house. You may not have a hot tub, so that's okay. You can put hot bath if you want to, or hot shower. But I'm writing down hot tub. That's my other, right? It's going to be a calmer for me. It doesn't require anything. I just sit there, okay? I'm going to write down read. Again, my calmer. It doesn't require a lot of energy. And one last one, I think I'm going to write down play with Bailey. Sorry. Alright, so this is how this works. After you have your 5 activities written down, what I want you to do is throughout the weekend, throughout the week next week, I want you to do the experimentation with these different activities and record how they make you feel in reference to those 4 zones: the blue zone, the green zone, the yellow zone, and the red zone. So let's say, for example, I get up on Saturday morning and I'm feeling kind of blue. I'm kind of tired, I'm kind of low energy. Again, don't focus on the different feelings, just the energy level and the zone that you're in. So if I wake up on Saturday and I'm feeling kind of blue, I'm kind of down, right? I want to experiment to see whether or not I can bring myself back up to the green zone. So I want you to record how you're feeling. I'm going to say, my blue marker doesn't work, so I'm just going to have to do this. Record how you're feeling before you do the activity in this column here. So I'm going to write blue. I would have colored it, but my marker didn't work. So after I record what it is I'm feeling or what zone I'm in, then I'm going to do the activity for at least 15 minutes. So I'm going to go outside, I'm going to run around my house, I might run around the neighborhood. I can run around the neighborhood because I'm a grown-up and I don't need my parents' permission, but you would need your parents' permission first. After I do my running around the neighborhood, when I come back inside, I want to record what zone I'm in then. Now, you might find that running around the neighborhood brings you back up to the green zone. Your energy level is your best self. You might find that it brings you to the yellow zone, or the red zone even, because maybe it made you really feel crummy inside, and maybe it made you frustrated and angry that you went and ran. Well, then that's good to know too. You're going to do this activity or this experimentation for each of the different activities. The idea is that we're starting to get an idea of how other things, how different coping strategies or tools make us feel. So that at the end of the week, we'll have a good list of what you can do when you're feeling certain things. Does it bring you up or does it bring you down? Running typically has the opposite effect on me. If I'm feeling really out of sorts and out of control, if I'm feeling maybe in the red zone or kind of in the yellow zone, I go for a run and it brings me back down to the green zone. If I'm feeling low energy and I go run, it just makes me feel calmer and more relaxed. It doesn't bring me up, but I know myself, and dancing and singing usually does bring me back up. So your goal is to find out what works for you. You can do me a favor if you would like. After you do some experimentation, send me some feedback. Let me know how you're feeling. What works for you? How does it make you feel? Overall, the goal is, how can we take control of what's controlling us? How can we drive our emotions? All right, boys and girls, I'm signing out. That's Mr. C, and I hope you guys have a great, fabulous weekend. It's a fabulous Friday. I know it's going to be. Take care. Bye, guys.